Okay, so now my pieces are dry. The plaster is completely dry. And I have this encaustic medium melted here on my palette. First I'm going to heat up the surface. And I'm using a torch. You can also use a heat gun, like an embossing heat gun. I'm just going to gently warm the surface. I'm taking the medium and just painting it on the surface, making sure to cover every bit. And then I'm going to fuse that. Again, sort of a gentle flame if you're using a torch. And to fuse, you can see when it gets shiny, it melts a little. And you don't want to melt it enough so that the wax runs. You just want to melt it just so it's shiny, and then take the flame away. And this helps for this first coat of wax. This helps for the wax to be absorbed into the surface, whether it's plaster or paper or wood. And then I'm going to go over that once again. There, and now we are ready for further applications of wax or oil pastel or India ink, alcohol inks. There's some other things that you can use on top of the surface of wax, but we're done with watercolor. And now this piece is dry and cooled, which really just takes a few minutes. And I'm going to use water-soluble crayons on this. The Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2 are compatible with encaustic. You can also use oil pastels. So you can just draw directly on the wax. So I'm going to take some of this green color and kind of enhance that. Rub it in here. Another thing you can do with the crayon is scratch through it. Just like we scratched through the watercolor. So I'm just making a few little subtle marks to enhance what's already there. I'm going to bring out some of the purples and browns down here. And also just make some more interesting marks. Done for now, although you can always add more. After fusing this. Okay, so now I'm going to fuse the crayon to the wax using a pretty low flame on the torch here. Just barely licking the surface with the flame. And then to really fix the crayon or oil pastel, whatever you're using, to the surface, you also need to add a little bit more medium. And then fuse that. again, just a really light fuse.